So again, that's where you get that high probability of a breakdown on oil. Now, if we're looking at copper, copper's getting crushed today. Silver's down big. Oil's down big. What is this telling us? The markets have gone from being in this mode of saying, oh, don't worry about it, we're going to have a soft, perfect landing. That was last week. That's ancient history, right? Now we're at a point where it's like, holy cow, the economy is slowing dramatically.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, let's talk about Bitcoin and more.
All right, even over here, guys, pretty much all red across the board. A few little green tabs here, but for the most part, a nasty day. Dow down 660 points. NASDAQ is down 611 points. 3.5%, guys. That is a huge move. All right, again, wow to see the NASDAQ down almost equal to what the Dow is, but the Dow is 41,000. This is 17,100. Incredible there. The S&P is down 131 points, 2.3%. Oil is getting crushed. You guys remember, I told you early last week I was short oil. There's the results right there. That's technical analysis 101. Look at the charts, understand how many hits of a trend line it takes to break. Proof is in the pudding. That's one of the reasons why I love trading the close and the game plans, because I get to demonstrate my abilities to read the charts for you guys to prove the methodology that I use. Gold today down fractionally, down about 0.25%, and Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a hit, almost down 2%. Although again, Bitcoin had a good bounce yesterday on the holiday day, so again, it's kind of erasing that back to about 58,000. Let's get into the charts here, guys. Let's see what we have in store. So if we bring up the charts, here's the S&P 500. Take a look at this. What's amazing about today's price action, and we're on the 10-minute chart, so each one of these is 10 minutes long. This is basically where we closed on Friday right here. This is where we opened today. But if you look at this, were there any significant bounces? And the answer is no, not really, right? You went down, then you went sideways, you went down, sideways, down. The one positive, if you want a silver lining here on the 10-minute chart, see this candle right here, right there? That is what we call a bottoming tail. Now, granted, it's occurring at the end of the day, but that could signal a little bit of upside coming maybe early tomorrow. Maybe we get a little small bounce back at the start of the day. We'll have to watch and see. But that's the one positive. That's the first time today we have seen a bottoming tail on the S&P 500, which again is a reversal signal for those of you that may not know your charts. Okay, so here we go. Look at that nice little bounce starting here on that. If we flip over to Nvidia here, Nvidia is trying to catch a little bit of a bid, but honestly, same thing. And we know Nvidia is basically the market, right? I mean, it is one and the same at this point. Down move, sideways, down move, sideways. And again, trying to form a little bit of a base here, but not having much success just yet, as again, it is under pressure. But again, this is a massive move down on Nvidia. If we look at the daily chart, look at this, guys. Incredible. Now, what I love showing here is that if we look at this chart here and we zoom out, I had this level. I went over this level with you guys. This high, through here, here, and here. Right there, we talked about being resistance. These are the lines that I had on last week. Even when we were up into it, we talked about that. Now we're coming down. Where is your technical level of support going to be? Likely going to be right here around 100. That'll be some support. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't see an Nvidia bounce tomorrow. I actually think that it's so oversold short term, you probably get a reprieve of a $3 to $5 bounce at some point between, let's say today's close and at some point tomorrow. But my expectation, a little bit of a bounce, and then it rolls over and comes into this level here. The question just again becomes, how much of a bounce do we see? All right, so Nvidia again down 9.5% or $11. This again, prior to today, was basically a $3 trillion company, and obviously shedding 10% or about $300 billion just in today's session. Now think about this, add in Google's drop, Apple's drop, Microsoft, Meta, all of these others, and you're easily shedding $1 trillion in market cap today just amongst those major companies. All right, I wanted to show this real quick, guys, on the SMH. Big drop on the SMH today. If we flip out here, we can see here, and I want to just flip this from, to regular charts. What we do have is a key trend line right here. This is going to be your first support on the SMH. You can see very clearly. Let me get that out of the way there for you guys. But if we look at this, right, we have this area here. There's also a trend line right through this area going back, but basically lots of support. So right around 218 to 220, we should see that, and that might coincide with a short-term low on Nvidia as well.
Bitcoin neared monthly lows on September 4, with prices falling below $56,000 as the crypto market reacted to a sharp downturn in U.S. tech stocks. Nvidia's troubles led to a broader risk-off sentiment, affecting Bitcoin, altcoins, and even gold. On September 4, Bitcoin's price dipped to $55,602, its lowest since August 8. This decline follows a 40% recovery from the August crash, only to see BTC/UST potentially retracing towards $50,000. The recent sell-off reflects broader market reactions rather than crypto-specific events. The catalyst for the recent downturn was Nvidia's stock drop after a U.S. subpoena, which sent shockwaves through the tech sector and spilled over into the crypto markets. Risk assets, including Bitcoin, followed suit as investors moved to reduce exposure. Gold, which recently hit an all-time high above $2,500, also saw a significant drop, further illustrating the broad risk-off sentiment. Analysts like Craig Nuevo noted that Bitcoin's price action could continue to fill downside candle wicks, targeting $51,500 if support at $56,000 is lost. Fellow trader Gel observed that Bitcoin's Relative Strength Index, RSI, suggests a potential reversal, though the market remains cautious. Credible Crypto echoed this sentiment, indicating a possible relief rally if Bitcoin stabilizes around current levels.
Now we're at a point where it's like, holy cow, the economy is slowing dramatically. Isn't it amazing how psychology can change? Now, granted, is September one of the worst, or it actually is the worst month historically? Yes. I don't really put much stock in that, but yes, it is, and it obviously is starting out poorly for many asset classes here. Quickly just going to natural gas, then we'll touch on gold. Natural gas actually showing some signs of life today, but it is into resistance, right? You have resistance right up here. So it is coming in. If we get through this 230, 235 level, your 255 level is next. Is there an opportunity? Sorry for my bad handwriting there, but is there an opportunity here? The answer is no, nothing yet. You're into resistance. I'm not gutsy enough to short it here. It's not extended enough, and I'm certainly not going to be buying in this level. Let's look at gold real quick here. If we bring up gold, gold is again coming down just ever so slightly. Gold, again, safety asset, right? So it's actually performing relatively well. It's still down a little bit, but it's performing relatively well right here. We'll watch to see how that goes. And then lastly, silver, guys. We got to look at silver real quick. And silver having another down day, kissing this technical support around 27.50, but still holding above it. And again, remember, silver performs much more like copper. It's kind of basically a good way to think about silver is if you took copper's performance and gold's performance and merged them, that would be silver. So again, if copper's dumping out, silver's going to go down most likely, but maybe not as much as copper because it has that gold element, that scarcity aspect and store of value aspect as well. All right, so again, watch for support on silver around 27.50. If it breaks that, 26.50 will be our next level.
The cryptocurrency market saw a sharp decline on September 3, with the total market capitalization dropping by over 1.5% to around $2.03 trillion. This downturn is primarily driven by weak U.S. manufacturing data and a subsequent sell-off in the stock market, raising concerns about how much longer this correction may last. The crypto market mirrored the weakness in U.S. equities, with the S&P 500 experiencing its worst slump since early August. Bitcoin dropped 1.6% to $57,713, while Ethereum declined 3.4% to $2,441. The catalyst was disappointing data from the Institute for Supply Management, ISM, showing that U.S. manufacturing contracted for the fifth consecutive month, with the PMI index missing expectations. This data heightened concerns about the economy and increased speculation of a Federal Reserve rate cut at the next FOMC meeting on September 18. The market downturn coincided with a surge in long liquidations, where traders betting on a market uptrend were forced to sell their positions, often at a loss. According to CoinGlass, long traders saw $65.08 million in liquidations within 24 hours, contributing to the sell-off. Bitcoin alone accounted for $18.44 million in long liquidations, while Ethereum saw $21.9 million liquidated over the last 12 hours. This selling pressure further pushed the market downward. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.